Hello makers and welcome back to Making with Miss Dobras. Alright, so this is our third part of the Marble Maze project. And this day might not be the most exciting, but it's a very, very important part of the making process and the design process. So, the first day, we planned out our design, right? We made a few drafts of a design that we might want to follow. And then the second day, or the second part of this project, is we actually built the project. We used recycled materials and we built the project. And a lot of that, it takes a while to start the base as well. So that is the main part of the project. But then the third day, and I showed, here I have a few more. My daughters did a few. They just used some straws that we had in the house. Let's see, my other daughter did this one. So we just did ours with straws. You can use any materials you want. But then the third part, which is today, is to do the thinking work. And the thinking work is really important because that's where we grow and we learn from our mistakes. So, first things first, you need to test your design. Now, in order to test your design, you're going to need a marble. Now, if you picked up your art and making bags this summer, then you got a marble. Or maybe you lost your marble. Who knows? You don't have a marble. If you don't have a marble, you can make a little marble out of tinfoil. So if you have some tinfoil right here, all you need is a little teeny piece about this big, and you just smush it up. You can make a ball out of paper, you can make a ball out of tape, you can make a ball out of tinfoil. All right? And this works just like a marble. You put it in there, and you can move it around. It might not be as fun, but it works, okay? So be creative if you don't have a marble. All right, so the first thing you do today is you have to test your design. Testing your design is crucial in the making world because often our designs don't work or they need to be improved. So number one, test your design. Number two, you need to fix any problems. So you need to problem solve. Say the marble doesn't go through a certain area or it doesn't fit through a certain area, or maybe something you glued on fell off. And so you need to fix your problems or fix your mistakes. And then number three, you need to improve it and add to it. So maybe the first time you did it, it wasn't that hard. It was kind of easy. And so maybe you want to add a little more to your design. Most designers do. The first time you do it, you don't do it perfect. You have to do it again and again and again. So improve and add to your design. And then the next step is to share your work. Makers and designers have to share their work because sharing your work with someone else is the true test. Does it work? So give it to someone in your family, give it to one of your friends or your neighbors, and test it out. Watch them, observe them as they do it. See if they're smiling. Are they having fun? Do they like it? And then after you share your work with someone, ask them for some feedback. Ask them for positive feedback and constructive feedback. And positive feedback is anything that they liked about their design. If you could ask them to be really specific, ask them which part of the design they liked and why. And then after that, ask them for some constructive feedback. Constructive feedback is an area where it could have been better. And it's really important when you're listening to feedback to not get your feelings hurt, right? So the person giving you the feedback is not going to say, I don't like this part about your design. They're going to say, oh, this little area in the corner could have worked a little bit better because my marble, it couldn't fit through right there. So I think you need to cut this little straw so the marble can fit through. So that's a piece of constructive feedback, something that could improve your project. But ultimately, you are the designer and you are the maker, so you get the final say on how to do your project. All right? All right, so I wanted to use my daughter's marble maze as an example of how you can fix a problem. Okay, so this is my daughter's maze. She mostly just used straws. She used plastic straws and paper straws. And she has a start and she has an end. And she has a few traps in there. So she did a pretty good job. But when I'm looking at this design, you see this space, this triangular space right here? The marble cannot get into that space. So that is an area that I call a dead zone. The marble cannot enter into it. So it's just wasted space. So we want to use some scissors, or maybe we could take off this whole straw, Like if we were in class today, we would talk about this. How do we fix this problem? Maybe we fix this whole straw. So I already kind of pre-cut these, but I'm going to cut this, all right? So look, I just cut a little hole right there. So now our marble can get in. I'm going to use my little tinfoil marble. So now our marble has a way in. And then maybe we can cut another area up here. So I'm just going to cut this. All right. And then I'm going to pull this one off right there. So now we have two entrances into this space. And now it is a usable space. Our marble can come in and it can exit. It can get caught in there and it's like another trap, right? Maybe we even take this extra piece and we could even glue it in there and make it even more challenging, okay? So this is an example of how you might fix a problem. Or someone might give you feedback on your marble maze and say, yeah, this is an area where we can't get the marble into, so you need to fix it. Another trap. All right, so have fun problem solving, have fun improving your projects, and enjoy your amazing marble mazes. All right, so let's go back over it. You need to test your design. You need to fix any problems. That's where you do the problem solving. You need to improve and add to your design. You need to share your design with someone in your family or someone else besides you. And then finally, you need to get feedback on your design so that you can make it better. All right? So that is the process of making and designing. It's a never-ending process. And then finally, the fun part. If you're done with your marble run and it's how you want it, then I really encourage you to push yourself and either make another one with different materials or make a whole different kind one. And I'm going to show you some examples of different ones. First off, if you like marble mazes, you're going to love marble runs. Marble runs, just Google it. All kinds of marble runs where it goes vertical. You take your marble run vertical and it gets to fall down different layers. So that's a whole new project in itself. And if you want to look into that, you can. Also, you might think about changing the size of your marble run. You can make a really little one. I've seen people make really teeny ones using like little toothpicks and really little things and a teeny little marble. That can be fun. Or you can make a really big one with a bigger, not a marble, like a ball. And then finally, I want to show you an example of a double-decker marble maze that I'm working on. And it is inspired by this. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. These are like an old school marble maze. And it's called a Labyrinth wooden marble maze. You see this little hole right here? That's where the marble comes out. It's a double-decker. And you use these to actually turn the marble maze. Now this one I did not make. This one we've had for a long time, but there is a start and there is a finish. And then there's these little holes where the marble can fall in. So there's these added challenges. So not only do you have to find the marble maze and follow the maze, but your marble could fall through the hole. And when it falls through the hole, it comes out over here. Okay? So this is an example of a labyrinth marble maze. It's a double-decker. There's space under here, under the maze, for the marble to fall into. So I used this as my inspiration, and I made my own out of cardboard. And I'm not done, but I'm going to show it to you. So this is the start of my double-decker marble maze. And I don't know if you can tell, but I drew with a pencil all grid on there. So I have little boxes. I used a ruler and I measured it out. And then let's see on the side, I had to put a hole. So there's the hole where the marble can come out. And inside, I put this cardboard. I have some corks in there holding it up. So there's actually a space under here of where the marble can run. So it's a double-decker. Anyway, this is just the start, right? And then I cut up all these little pieces of cardboard, and I'm just going to start making my maze. And at the end, I'm going to actually drill holes or make holes in it so that when the marble falls through, it comes out this side. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to make this, but I want to give you some ideas for some inspiration. Like, where do you go when you're done with your marble maze? 1, you can improve it. 2, you can try to do it with different materials. 3, you could make a completely different kind of marble maze, small or big, or you could try something different, like a marble run. Or you can work on a double-decker marble maze. So there's so much fun you can do with marble mazes. So don't just stop. Finish the project. And part of that is the thinking process, okay? fixing your mistakes and tinkering with your design, changing your design so it works better, is really where the learning happens, okay? So for most designers, when they design something, they don't get it right the first time. It takes them time and time again. They keep doing new designs and they test it. They take their work, they test it, then they give it to other people and they test it and they ask for feedback. They ask for people to give them their ideas on their design, and then they go back and they work on their design again. So I want you to think like a designer with this, okay? Go back to your design. Where can you improve it? What can you do to change it? What can you do to fix it or make it better or make it more creative or more challenging? That's all for now, you guys. Enjoy your marble mazes, your amazing marble mazes, and I will see you next time. Let's test out the marble maze with the puppy. You haven't seen the puppy in a while, so let's see it. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. The last time Sunny saw this marble maze, she was much smaller. Now she's like 7 months. What do you think? What do you think of this marble maze, Sunny? Yeah? What do you think? Yeah, that's where our Sunny grew. Ooh. I think she likes it. She's very interested. I don't know if she's going to give me much feedback on it, though. What do you think?